footballers are the highly paid athletes in the world. But handling this huge ton of success is not everyone's piece of cake. Gambling, drug addiction, overeating, and a lot more. These are 8 footballers who lost everything. First off, we have none other than Brazilian machine Ronaldo Nazario. Ronaldo Nazario, known as R9, ruled the football world before Cristiano Ronaldo, playing for top clubs like FC Barcelona, Real Madrid, AC Milan, and Inter. But life after retirement wasn't all smooth sailing for him. Once he stopped playing professionally, Ronaldo struggled with weight gain. Even during his final days as a player, it was obvious he wasn't in the best shape. Concerns about his health grew when people saw photos of him. Ronaldo indulged in junk food, drank a lot of alcohol, partied hard, and didn't engage in any sports after retiring. This lifestyle led to him weighing over 100 kilograms, but eventually he realized he needed to change. He ditched his old habits and followed a diet plan created by his dietitian Massimiliano Sala. He also worked out for 2 to 3 hours every day, which helped him get back in shape. Today, he's the president and owner of Real Valladolid in Spain, and he's lost a significant amount of weight since his heavier days. But what really happened to Adriano, who was considered to be Nazario's heir at Brazil? When it comes to Brazilian footballers, there is rarely ever a middle ground. You are either celebrated as one of the greatest of all time, like Pelé or Ronaldo, or find yourself criticized for failing to follow in their footsteps. Adriano is also one of the Brazilians' what-if story. Adriano was once seen as Ronaldo's potential successor in Brazil. He was famously remembered for his video game stats of 99 shot power in FIFA. During 2004 to 2005, Adriano was shining bright, especially helping Inter win the 2005 to 2006 Serie A title after a long drought. But soon his brilliance faded, and by 2010, he had left the club, missing out on their treble success. The reason behind this decline is truly heartbreaking. In 2004, Adriano lost his father, Almir, to a sudden heart attack whom he considered his best friend. Losing his best friend hit the 22-year-old hard, sending him into a downward spiral of depression. In such situation, he turned to alcohol and partying, trying to find relief in a life without his father. But this lifestyle derailed his career. Despite partying every night, Adriano had nothing to celebrate. He couldn't focus on football, often sacrificing sleep to make it to training the next morning. His reputation in the football world completely destroyed, and no club wanted to take a chance on him. In 2016, Adriano retired from professional football. A talent once expected to be an heir to Ronaldo's greatness sidelined himself from the sport forever. So what really happened to David James, who went completely broke? David James, the former England goalkeeper. Despite representing his country 53 times and playing in the Premier League for many years, James has lost all of his wealth in span a few years. During his peak, James earned a hefty £50,000 a week while playing for Portsmouth, which was well bankrolled at the time. He amassed around £20 million throughout his career. However, by the time he retired in 2014 after 26 years as a goalkeeper, he had lost it all. The main reason for his financial downfall was his divorce from his wife, Tanya, in 2005. James accumulated debts and eventually declared bankruptcy. He had to sell off many personal belongings to cover his debts. Even after retiring, James continues to face financial challenges. He now works as a volunteer coach for Luton Town, his childhood club, while pursuing a coaching license. He also appears as a pundit on BT Sport and writes a column for The Observer, donating his fee to charity. Moving forward, James would be wise to continue working towards obtaining his coaching license, which could open doors to well-paying positions at top English teams. With his experience and knowledge of the game, coaching could be a smart career move for him in the future. Next up, we have a name who fell in love with the burgers, Eden Hazard. After enjoying 7 successful years at Chelsea, Eden Hazard bid farewell to Stamford Bridge in 2019 as a celebrated hero, sealing his departure with a standout performance in the Europa League final against Arsenal. Real Madrid, in search of a replacement for Ronaldo, who left for Juventus in 2018, saw Hazard as the perfect fit. And when a club like Real Madrid comes calling, who wouldn't be tempted? The Belgian star made the move to Madrid in a jaw-dropping £100 million deal. However, Hazard's dream of playing at the Bernabeu quickly turned into a nightmare. His debut for Madrid was delayed due to a hamstring injury, sparking concerns about his fitness. Then reports surfaced that he showed up for training overweight. In an interview, Hazard openly admitted to not being in the best shape, saying, "It's true. I'm not going to hide it, but when I'm on vacation, I'm on vacation." He seemed to lose interest in training and football, preferring to spend time at fast food spots McDonald's, satisfying his love for burgers. By the time he made his debut for Madrid, he was a scene from the player who had once dominated Premier League defenses. Despite promising to elevate his performance, Hazard suffered a bunch of injuries over the Christmas period, leading to a dramatic decline in form. Rumors even circulated about a possible return to Chelsea, As time went on, he found himself spending more time on the bench than on the pitch. In October 2020, Hazard announced his retirement from professional football. His once brilliant career dimmed within just a few years. Next up on our list is John Arne Riise. Known for his sledgehammer of a left foot, Riise made almost 300 appearances for Liverpool and notched 110 caps for Norway. After retiring from his football career, former Liverpool fullback John Arne Riise has unfortunately become familiar with financial struggles, including bankruptcy. Riise, who was reportedly earning £50,000 a week during his playing days, has faced multiple bankruptcies since leaving Anfield. His first bankruptcy occurred in 2007 while he was still with Liverpool, due to an unpaid debt of £100,000. Additionally, Riise has been involved in legal battles related to failed business ventures and disputes with former agents. He was sued by an ex-wife for removing funds from a bank account belonging to their child. There's also a reported link between Riise and an alleged PS3 million fraud investigation in Norway, possibly related to debts from failed businesses, including a hotel. To fight his financial troubles, Riise has turned to coaching. In December 2021, he was appointed as the new manager of top Syrian club Avaldsnes on a 2-year contract. Coaching offers him a fresh start and a chance to move past his financial difficulties. Next up, we have a name who took Argentina to glory but fell off hard on financial fronts: Diego Maradona. Despite being hailed as a legend in Argentina for leading them to victory in the 1986 World Cup, it was reported that Diego Maradona died poor with almost nothing left in his bank account. Maradona earned huge amounts through contracts with brands like Puma and as honorary president of Dynamo Brest in Belarus, bringing in around £15 million annually. However, at the time of his death, he had less than £75,000 left in his bank accounts. In 1991, Maradona's struggle with drug addiction led to him missing several games for Napoli, resulting in a fine of $70,000 from the club. He was also accused of involvement with the crime syndicate Camorra, which caused trouble wherever he go. Additionally, Maradona had approximately £33 million in unpaid taxes upon his death. He once had to surrender earrings to settle a debt and was slapped with a £40 million tax bill from Italian authorities, which he denied. Maradona's issues with alcohol abuse and drug addiction persisted until his death, which was caused by cardiac arrest in 2020, leaving behind very little in his bank account. Despite his legendary status in the game of soccer, financial difficulties plagued him throughout his life. Next up, we have Erik Djemba, who followed the path of Maradona. Despite playing alongside Cristiano Ronaldo and Ryan Giggs at Manchester United, Erik Djemba faced financial difficulties and was declared bankrupt 4 years after joining Aston Villa. Earning a substantial £75,000 per month at Manchester United, Djemba struggled to manage his finances effectively. Sir Alex Ferguson had hoped Djemba would fill Roy Keane's shoes at Manchester United, but things didn't go as planned. After just 18 months, he moved to Aston Villa, making 20 Premier League appearances for the Red Devils during his time at Old Trafford. Despite his high earnings at Manchester United, Djemba's finances were disaster. His agent revealed that he had no understanding of money, owning 30 different bank accounts and constantly juggling debts and loans. He even owned 10 cars at one point, despite warnings from his agent to be cautious. Following his departure from Manchester United, Djemba struggled to recover financially, playing for clubs like St. Mirren and in the Indian Super League. He eventually played in front of small crowds in the Swiss 5th tier before retiring. Djemba is divorced and has 4 children. He said, "I have no regrets about anything in my career. It's football, God decides everything." At the top spot, we have none other than Ronaldinho himself. Each one of you must be familiar with this legend's story. Ronaldinho is known for his incredible skills on the field. However, despite his fame, he's facing some serious money problems. Throughout his career, Ronaldinho lived a flashy lifestyle, often partying hard. His time at FC Barcelona was short-lived because he didn't want to put in the effort to stay at the top. Winning the Ballon d'Or was a big achievement for him, fulfilling a promise he made to his late father. In 2018, Ronaldinho and his brother had their passports taken away because they couldn't pay a hefty fine of about £1.7 million. They were fined for illegally building on protected land in 2015. When the Brazilian IRS tried to collect the money from Ronaldinho's bank accounts, they found almost nothing. They ended up seizing 2 of his properties, leaving him nearly broke. It said they only found $6 in his bank accounts. Ronaldinho's troubles didn't end there. In 2020, he was arrested in Paraguay for using fake documents to travel, along with his brother. He spent several months in prison until his friend and former teammate, Samuel Eto'o, reportedly paid around €1.37 million to get him out in August. But do you know the biggest reason for downfall of all these players was? They were not the subscribers to this channel. So hit that subscribe button to become rich.